Create Your Reality, Mindful Cuddles, Session 20. My name is Lauren McGregor, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist at Nourish Victory. In order to get the best results, please find a quiet place where you can focus your attention and intention towards the goals of this recording. As this is a self-hypnotic recording, it should never be played while driving or at any other time. You need to maintain full awaking consciousness. I'm going to talk for a few moments about creating your own reality. And as I do, I'd like you just to close down your eyes and focus on your breath, taking in nice, deep, nourishing breaths with an O-shaped mouth and exhaling away any stress or tension in your body. And it's a beautiful thing when we can connect with ourselves in this way. And I invite you to really take this time for you, opening yourself up to the possibility within this message. And one of the most fundamental questions that each of us has to answer is, how much control do I have over my life? And there are some people who live their lives as if they have no control whatsoever over anything that happens to them. They blame everything that happens on someone else, and they never take any steps to actively change their life for the better. At the opposite extreme, certain forms of mental illness can cause a person to believe that they are in control of everything, that they can make traffic lights change and control the weather with the power of their mind. And clearly, neither of these extremes is a helpful attitude to have about life. As a human being, you aren't in control of everything that happens, but you always have some degree of influence over your life. For example, the psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, author of the book Man's Search for Meaning, was a prisoner in the German concentration camps during the Second World War. He noticed that among his fellow prisoners, those who tended to survive were the ones who were able to find some meaning, some purpose, some reason to live, even in that most terrible situation. Those who could not see any hope in their situation or any reason to live, even if they were physically healthy, were the ones who tended not to make it. Frankl himself made it his aim to survive that experience so that he could tell his story to the world. And he spent the rest of his career helping his patients find meaning in their own lives. When you find meaning and purpose in what you do, it can change your whole experience of your life, no matter what your circumstances. What you habitually choose to focus on in life also creates your reality. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people." Now, this doesn't mean that the most important thing in life is to talk about intellectual ideas in a Parisian cafe. But we could say that great minds create art and music and novels, new businesses, new inventions, and that they fight for justice and equality and help those in need. But it's certainly true that some people spend a huge portion of their time gossiping, reading about the lives of celebrities, or spending endless hours on social media, seeing what their friends had for breakfast, or who is doing what, and competing and comparing their lives. And this certainly isn't the greatest possible use of your mind. So be careful what you choose to habitually focus on. Otherwise, you might create a reality that feels like a never-ending TV soap opera. Even tiny adjustments to your environment can measurably change your experience. In one experiment, it found that when two groups of people were asked to generate ideas, the group assigned to the room with a green potted plant in the corner produced a much greater and larger number of creative ideas than the group assigned to an identical room but with no potted plant. The environment you create around you has a very strong influence on your experience of reality. The music you regularly listen to, the TV shows you watch, the websites, the books and newspapers you read, the people you habitually spend time with, all of these things form the background to your life, and they all have an effect on your experience. So, the meaning you make out of life, the things you choose to focus on, and the environment you create around you all contribute to your current reality. And you can create a much more purposeful, meaningful, joyful life for yourself by actively choosing how you're going to create your reality from now onwards. And that's exactly what this session is going to help you do. And of course, as always, you have the power to accept or reject suggestions as you hear them. You can practice this in everyday life when you hear something on television or during regular everyday conversations. And of course, you have the power to accept or reject any suggestion that you hear tonight. Please use these two powerful gifts as often as possible, doubling down on things that resonate with your values and integrity by internally thinking, I accept that suggestion, and quickly rejecting anything that doesn't, with I reject that suggestion. This recording is intended to be listened and shared widely with the public, and therefore should be seen as non-clinical, non-therapeutic hypnosis, and is defined as the use of hypnosis to instill positive thinking and the capacity for self-hypnosis. This recording is intended to be educational in nature, providing information, instruction, support, and encouragement. If you would like to experience deep trance hypnosis as part of therapeutic sessions, please book time at nourishvictory.com. And if you find this session valuable and you know anyone you think it may help, then I'd ask you to please share it with them. I drop a new relaxation audio each Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Be sure to subscribe to our mailing list to never miss a session. Visit nourishvictory.com for more information. And if your intention is to fall into a deep and sound sleep, please be sure your alarm clock is set. Go ahead and place yourself into a comfortable position. Adjust your body so that you're lying with your legs and feet uncrossed and slightly apart, hands resting loosely in your lap. And if I have your permission to guide you into a calm and relaxing state, then just begin by taking some more deep, comfortable breaths, this time in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you begin to relax, I'll bring your awareness to any sounds, just everyday sounds around your house, people or animals in the background, perhaps cars passing by in the neighborhood. And these sounds, they do not bother or disturb you. As a matter of fact, they help you relax even more comfortably. And of course, at any time, should you need to awaken, you can do so quickly and effortlessly. Now, as you listen to these words and breathe comfortably and smoothly, if you haven't yet, just allow those eyes to close. And if they're already closed, just imagine them slowly closing again, as you notice the sensation of whatever you're resting on, and you become aware of the temperature of the air against that face, the way the shoulders rise and fall, just a little with each breath. And there are certain physical realities to your body. The number of fingers you have, the number of toes you have, and just like reality itself, you aren't in complete control over every aspect of that body. If you graze your elbow, that elbow heals all by itself. And that doesn't require you to control anything. It just happens all by itself, just as that heart beats all by itself, just as the digestion of the food you've eaten happens all by itself. And there's no need to consciously control all the things, because there is much more to you than your conscious mind. When you dream at night, you don't need to consciously plan each dream. Your creative dreaming mind dreams dreams that are just right, just for you. Perhaps to learn, to integrate the learnings of the day. And some people try to keep themselves tightly under control, like a clenched fist, tightly squeezed. And you right now could get a sense of what that's really like by squeezing both those hands into fists right now. That's it. Really squeeze those fingers tightly into the palms and get a sense of trying hard to control everything that happens to you. Squeeze the fists and imagine trying to control everyone and everything, and then squeeze those fists even tighter still and take a deep breath and hold it at the top for just a moment, and then breathe out and relax the hands and the body, the mind, just letting go completely, and realize that the way to influence the world around you, the way to create a better life for yourself, a more fulfilling, meaningful, joyful experience of being alive, isn't through trying to control everything, nor is it through passively surrendering to life. It's through calmly, persistently influencing the things you can influence, orchestrating your life in very positive ways. Sometimes just by making little changes in how you think, how you behave, that bit by bit cumulatively grow into a whole new experience of your reality. And here and now, you might notice that you're already feeling more relaxed than you were just a few minutes ago. And you can focus on where feels most relaxed in that body. Which hand feels the most relaxed right now? Which foot feels the most relaxed? And what would it be like to let the facial muscles soften even more? To let the shoulders loosen? That's it. And you can just get the sense that a relaxing, soothing piece of music is playing now. Perhaps it's the song in the back of this track, or a song that comes to mind that you love to unwind to, and you can hear it now in your dreaming mind, hearing the notes, the rhythm, the melody, perhaps hearing it playing far away in the distance, and then allowing those sounds to come closer and become even richer. Feeling the physical beat of the percussion or the bass notes flowing through you and around you. Noticing those fingers and those toes, perhaps wanting to dance to the tune. Perhaps that head is wanting to sway back and forth in time to the music as a faint smile begins to form at the corner of the eyes and the corners of the mouth. That's it. That's it. Creating a new experience of reality for yourself as you relax twice as deeply now. That very air around that body becoming imbued with calm, peace, ease, and rest, fully beginning now to dream a dream that rises on the wings of hope. And what must it be like to see through the eyes of an eagle? To glide way up high, high above the hills, above the rivers and even the clouds, and to feel the sun warming those wings, the air rushing through those feathers, hearing the silence and the wind, the stillness, the clarity, calmly watching the world down there, calmly watching the you way down there. Who's listening and relaxing to these words now? And you know deep down the things that are really important to you in life. And you know how it feels to do the right thing. To live in a way that gives you the right to be proud, the right to hold your head up high. And there are times in your life, are there not, when you've experienced a deep sense of accomplishment, of having done something fulfilling. Maybe it was a piece of creative, challenging work, or a time you really helped someone out and added some happiness and goodness to the world. Maybe there are times that a book or a movie or a piece of music or art has really touched something deep inside of you. It called to you, moved you, awakened you, and all of these times are signs. They're pointers and hints from your deeper self about the direction to be moving towards in your future. Because all the wealth in the world doesn't add up to much at all if you don't have meaning. If you don't feel engaged and fulfilled by what you do, by how you meaningfully connect with other people, by how you challenge yourself and learn and grow, so that even if you're just waiting in an airport for a flight, even if you're standing in line at the supermarket, even in the most everyday of situations, there's a deeper background sense of purpose and meaning in who you are, in the direction you're moving in, as you really appreciate and take in all the different meanings in your life now and on into the future. Taking in and appreciating all that gives you meaning, all that has given you genuine fulfillment, times of beauty, times of focused, hard, satisfying work, times of energy and purpose, times of laughter, perhaps laughing and laughing with someone until tears flowed and your sides hurt, times of deep connection, times when you made someone's day. That's it. And your deep inner mind can magnify these experiences, making them more vivid, more three-dimensional. And as you hear the sounds, the words, feel the sensations of meaning, fulfillment, joy, and purpose getting stronger and deepening within you now, twice as much, and twice as much again. That's it. Opening to this deep connection with your core values, with all that truly moves you and fulfills you, immersing yourself deeper and deeper, effortlessly, supported by a profound sense of stability, a core foundation of strength, of purpose, of living a meaningful, fulfilling life where you create and connect and challenge yourself and make a difference so that you can look back at the end of your life and feel fully, truly satisfied, that you used the time you had well, that you lived well. And here and now, from that bird's eye view, you can begin to soar out over the future and look down there far below and notice a future you who is strolling through life with a new soundtrack playing around them, like they're living in a different kind of movie, different music, different camera angles, a whole different atmosphere to this future life. That's it. And this you has a warmer, stronger, and more optimistic inner voice in their mind. You can really see that spring in your step, a future you who has made changes, big and small. Perhaps you've changed the pictures on your wall. Perhaps you've changed the music that you play, the websites you look at, the TV shows you watch. Perhaps regularly visiting places that are beautiful, or spending more time with certain people, and perhaps less time with others. Because creating a new reality for yourself is ultimately a question of what you are including in your reality and what you are excluding. And you can notice this future you focuses on different things as you take in what's good from each day, live more purposefully, and feel drawn to doing meaningful, challenging, life-enriching things. That's it. And then just notice this future you doing something now in this new reality that can really surprise you in a positive way. And you can merge right into this future you and experience this from the inside now. Go ahead and hear that different soundtrack to your life, a warmer, more encouraging inner voice, a smile at the corners of your eyes and the corners of your mouth, feeling calmly focused, purposeful, noticing how you pay attention to what's good and fulfilling from each day. That's it. Living a life of meaning and accomplishing things that are really worthwhile. And you know, do you not, what the next step is for you? thinking back from this future time, back to now, where it all begins from. Because this process has already been set in motion, and it's time to create this reality by taking action now in your life. And maybe that's going to be small change. Maybe it's going to be a big one. Just notice the next step for you. The next step in creating the life you're now ready to live fully and honestly. Fully and honestly and deeply now. And from this moment forward, each night that you fall to sleep, you will feel solid and sure-footed, filled with resources both tangible and intangible. You will feel happy and connected, securely knowing where you're going and how to get there. And take a moment and consider all the other ways you'd like to feel before falling to sleep each night. And these positive feelings will stay with you and grow stronger and stronger as you become more relaxed. In fact, this relaxed response will become a pleasant part of your life. And when you wake up and are present to your dreams, you will now feel empowered, present, and ready to get on with your day with strength and confidence. Take a moment and consider all the other ways you'd like to feel when waking up after a deep night's rest. And you'll surprise yourself in that you'll find that you're able to let go of things that belong to the past. You'll see them correctly in their true perspective, as belonging to the past. Old negative memories, old patterns of behavior, and things that raise themselves as barriers against your ability to achieve the things you wish to achieve in life are now fading away. Just fading away, and you're seeing them as part of the past. And this is allowing your body to come back into its correct balance. This is allowing your mind to feel settled and calm. And it's allowing you to experience a deep sense of inner confidence, contentment, and energy. And if you're listening to this recording at your regular bedtime, then you can ignore the following wake-up suggestions and continue to drift and dream, knowing that you will awaken fully refreshed at your usual wake-up time. However, if you are listening to my voice at any other time, then you will accept the suggestions to come out of this restful state and feel all the benefits of this wonderful, deep relaxation session. In a moment, I'm going to count the numbers from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you will be wide awake, feeling already wonderfully invigorated and ready to allow these suggestions to work for you. I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and at the last number 5, I will ask you to open your eyes and have a good stretch and say out loud the words wide awake. 1, slowly, calmly, easily, you are returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each nerve, muscle, and ligament has benefited from this wonderful time spent inwards. 3, from head to toe, feeling perfect in every way, physically perfect, mentally perfect, emotionally calm, and serene. 4, you will find from this moment on you will have more and more confidence and energy in your everyday life. When you leave your house, colors may be brighter, sounds clearer, and that is simply because you took this time to reconnect with yourself. And 5, opening your eyes and saying out loud the words, wide awake, wide awake.